Alright guys, what's going on? We've got the first war of season 24 here, and today 4Loki's going to be facing SpBa. They did finish in Masters last season. They have really smart defensive placements. So let's go ahead and take a look at their map and see what they've got going on. So Stubborn is gone this season. It's been replaced pretty much with Protect. So a lot of these large defenders, you know, are going to cause some trouble for some people, but my main attacker is Omega Red, and he is also large, so all he has to do is knock the opponent down to remove Stubborn. I see Nick Fury at the end of the middle section there in section 1. That's good placement. I don't think it's going to be as hard though without Stubborn, and he's not affected by the new global at all. So let's see here. Korg on node 23. It's pretty normal. Mole Man on Footloose is actually pretty good placement. He is doom proof, and yeah, that fight could get really bad really fast. Colossus on path 3 in section 2, that's pretty much always there. Black Widow Deadly Origins on Buffet, I saw that last season, but I didn't fight it last season. Let's see, MCoC on Stunning Reflection. Thing on Kinetic Transference, would be a lot easier now with Quake. Before you couldn't do it with Stubborn, but now you probably could pretty easily. So let's go ahead and choose our team here. We got kind of a late start for this war. It's going to be Omega, Guillotine, and Deadpool synergy for Omega Red, and I'm going to be starting off on path 5 here. I thought that I might, but I was really kind of nervous about this Tigra. I know how to fight her. It's a rank 3 6-star. She still makes me nervous. She can just be really dangerous if she doesn't want to throw the special one. So we're going to go in here with Omega Red and just hit her a couple times, try to build up spores, and then I'm going to knock her down. It doesn't look like this person has max limber on, so that's good. I just need to watch for the Fury timer. You can see how quickly she's going down here. I'm just going to parry. And then here, I should have locked in my spores. I'm not sure why I didn't. Gonna lock them in right now. We lost a few, but it's not a big deal. There, I just got completely caught off guard by her special one. Ended up taking it to the face, but we still finished the fight, 65% health. So it definitely could have been a lot worse. Definitely could have been a lot better too, though. And then this is going to be a Hit Monkey. It's just a rank 2 6-star. This fight, this is good placement. This has heavy hitter and ebb and flow knockdown. But for Omega Red, he, I think I've said it before, he just completely negates the threat of Hit Monkey on this node. So I'm going to build up spores, and then I'm going to knock him down. His special one will be unblockable, but I'm not super worried about it. I'm just going to basically let the spores build up and do damage. Going to lock them in again. And that's it. It was like a 20-second fight, so not bad at all. Yeah, it was like 12 hits, so... Alright, now we are going to be moving on to this Nick Fury. This is a rank 3 6-star. I died here last season, and then I took it unboosted in the off-season, so I kind of know... like, I know that I can do this fight easily. I've taken it several times before. But once you die to a fight, it just kind of gets in your head. So I'm not playing this fight perfectly. Right there, I already missed my opportunity to build up my spores. I was trying to get off reparries here, it didn't work. So you can see I have pretty much no spores on him. I think I have 10. And he's just doing one hit and then a heavy attack, and with heavy hitter that's kind of problematic, but you can counter his heavy with Omega Red's heavy. As long as you wait for the animation to finish. And you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and use my special 2. Just to try to get some more spores built up. But it's going to end up being for nothing. There, he's going to throw the special 1 right into my block. Not a huge deal, but now he's unblockable. And you can see we're at the 4 minute and 9 second mark when he goes unblockable. So just watch how long it takes me to bait out this special from him. I want him to throw a special 1. It'll push him above 20 tactical charges, so he won't be unblockable anymore. Just need him to throw a special 1. I can't block bait heavies from him or anything, so the special 2 that I threw was completely wasted. So yeah, it's been about 30 seconds so far. Still hasn't thrown it. I'm just block hitting him so I don't get cornered. And I'm standing pretty open. Usually he's like really liberal with his special 1. I mean, you just saw him throw 1 directly into my block like a minute ago. Still won't throw it. Still won't throw it. Super annoying. You know, it's getting to the point where if I keep block hitting him, I'm going to push him to a special 2. But at this point, I don't really care. I was getting really nervous with how passive he was being. So here we go. Finally got the unblockable away after like a minute and 8 seconds. That's a long time for him to be unblockable. Pretty frustrating. Gonna go ahead and counter his heavy with my heavy. And the fight's over. So we did survive this time. It didn't go particularly smoothly, but either way, a win's a win. And then this is going to be a rank 3 6-star Korg on Mixmaster. So yeah, I've taken this fight several times. I haven't taken it in a while though, so I'm a little bit rusty. So the plan with this fight is to always start out blocking, do medium, light, medium, parry, heavy. That way you can usually build up enough spores for your parry to stick, but he's being a little bit passive, which is annoying. So there, I knew he was going to evade. Not a huge deal, but we did lose pretty much all of our spores. So now we're gonna do medium lights, but he's just like throwing his special 1s into the block. He's got a lot of prowess at this point. It's kind of annoying. I'm going to throw my special 2 to get rid of the prowess and to try to break his rock shield. So there I made a mistake. I just kind of stood open. He threw a light attack instead of a medium and it caught me off guard. Not a huge deal. Again, another special 1. At least I can evade out of the last part of it now, since Stubborn is gone. And yeah, fight's pretty much over. Definitely not as bad as it used to be with Stubborn, but still, you know, kind of a tricky fight. So for this fight, this is just Colossus. Any bleed immune will work here. I usually use Omega Red, but this was the only place in section 2 for me to be able to build up my guillotine. So I'm gonna go ahead and build her up here. This is kind of not a super long fight, but I'm not very boosted for it. I have my health boosted just in case. But that's it. So I want him throwing special 1s in this fight. I don't want him getting too much armor. On the old map, like a really long time ago, I was baiting out special 2s from him. And it was kind of a similar node on the old map. It didn't have the bleed aspect, but he had so many armors. I think he had like 100 armors, and I almost timed out. So I'm definitely not trying to do that this time. I would prefer to bait the special 1s. So yeah, not too bad. And the reason that I'm not very boosted for this fight is because I do not want my attack to be high enough to trigger protection from this guy. I don't want to end up having to like intercept him to get rid of them. It's kind of risky. So I think I put on like a 10% boost for this fight, just so that I had some sort of boost on, just in case. So we've got him down to about 2/3 of the way. You can see he's thrown a couple heavies now, a couple like what I would consider to be wild heavies. And his heavy can catch you sometimes. It's got like a deceptively long reach on it. So here the fight's almost over. He did throw a special 2, unfortunately. So here we go, we're under 2 minutes in. I just need to get him to that 5% mark. There we go, got him at 3%. Guillotine Special 3 is guaranteed to kill, as long as the defender is at 5% or lower. So now she's built up, she'll start her next fight with a 100 hit combo, which is perfect, exactly what we want. We're only going to use her one more time. And now we're going to move up to this Black Widow Deadly Origins. This is going to be a rank 3 6-star. It is on the buffet node. And originally I was supposed to take this with the White Magneto synergy, like the pre-fight. But I actually hate that pre-fight for Omega Red. For some reason when you parry and you get the passive stun, it just pushes you back so far and you're not able to build up spores. So I did remove dexterity for this fight, and my plan is basically just going to be to hit her as little as possible. Just back up. You can see I think we're at 30 spores right now. So she is going to throw the special one. Not a huge deal. Just going to hit her one more time, and yeah, the spores will finish the fight. So pretty straightforward. And then we're going to have one more fight after this. We're going to move up and share some energy for Legacy. He's going to take these next two fights here. Okay, so we are actually going to be taking the boss. I did take this fight last season and I died. I ranked up my Guillotine after that though. I took her to rank 3. And I think if we see Apocalypse, I'm going to be taking him quite a bit this season. I practiced in the off season. I pretty much know what I'm doing. And what I want to do is I want to push him to special 2s, because the special 2 and special 1 do similar damage on the block. But if you if he throws the special 2, you're just it's like half the block damage instead of taking 2 special 1s. So you can see I'm kind of nervous in the beginning here. And I'm going to throw my special 2s. Your special 1 against this guy will trigger protection. For some reason the hit is harder than the special 2 hits. And the special 2 does more damage because it's more hits. So here we go. Bait out another special 2. Our health is pretty even right now. If anything, he might actually be winning. But I started intercepting his heavies, which is something that I don't normally do against him. But I didn't want to get cornered, so block another special 2, and I accidentally didn't back out of that part, and that made me kind of nervous because you do run a risk, because Guillotine gets her regen at 15%. If the person is running Assassin, your regen can actually fail, and that did happen to me once in the off season. So I don't want to take too much block damage because, you know, if my regen fails, I'm going to be in big trouble. So I bait out another special 2. I did get my regen, which is a good thing. Bait out another heavy attack from him, and the fight's over. So that was under 2 minutes. Went really, really well. If you guys have ever watched my war videos before, you know that I usually kind of choke in boss fights. I rarely solo them. I never get assigned them because of that. So I was actually really, really happy to get the solo, and it's a super straightforward fight. You just have to adjust your masteries correctly. And that's about it. So we did end up winning this war. We had a pretty good first war, considering the fact that all of us pretty much take a break from the game in the off season, so everyone's kind of rusty. But yeah, so we definitely, you know, did a good job, all things considered. And that's actually why I wanted to say, like, I know that I don't post in the off season very much, and that's because I kind of use it as an opportunity to like reset. I don't want to get burnt out on the game or on like posting videos or anything like that. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. If you notice, like in the off season, that I don't post for like a week and a half, that's why. I'll try to get better about it, but at the same time, I just don't want to overdo it. and just, you know, put out videos for the sake of putting out videos. So anyway, good start to the season. Felt good not to get like Kenobi or ASR in the first war like we usually do. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.